Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hello, hello, hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey Series. People come to me because they're wounded. Many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey Series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link.
This world is changing more and more every day, and we've decided to change right along with it. My name is Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the president of Trajectory TV Network. At Trajectory, our vision is to provide a creative platform for top content creators and storytellers from around the globe. We're also dedicated to providing this world with content that is healing, educational, empowering, exciting, and above all else, entertaining and transparent. So right now, I invite all of you who believe yourselves to be global game changers to use the link found here and simply take a chance. Schedule a virtual chat where you'll have the opportunity to share your vision for your very own global television show with me, the network president. So use that link, and together, let's begin changing and healing this world, one story at a time. And remember, whether you have years of experience in front of the camera or zero experience, it doesn't matter. What matters the most is your desire to share great content through television and a willingness to share it with passion and with purpose. You might ask, how do I know if I've fallen in love with my purpose and my purpose has fallen in love with me? It's easy when you've lost your voice because you just can't stop talking about it. I'll see you soon.
my state of mind. But you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
Okay, one more. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, you guys, welcome. It's Tuesday. We need something on Tuesdays. Mondays, I love Mondays because we're back from the weekend. Wednesdays, you're in the middle of the week. But Tuesdays and Thursdays, throwback Thursdays, we need something for Tuesday. Come up with something. Put it in the comments, right? But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. And together we can make some magic today, right? That's the bell of purpose. I ring it on purpose all through the broadcast. Why? Not a clever prop, not a show gimmick. It is a reminder, actually an opportunity, because that bell, just like the truth, you guessed it, it has a ring to it. And I don't want you to miss it. I know we're doing 1,000,001 things a day. But anyway, yesterday was my 7th wedding anniversary. So much fun. We do this every year. Okay, we're not going to do anything. No, let's just... I still run out. Anyway, great things. It's basic stuff, but look what I got. I swear, my husband, look at this coaster. I'm sorry I slapped you. You didn't seem like you were ever going to stop talking, and I panicked. Do you think that is a subtle, some kind of hint? But anyway, I thought it was funny. I loved it. And I got my favorite cartoon characters from my cereal, which I happen to be eating right here. Who knows who this is? This is Snap from Snap, Crackle, and Pop. That's right. I have a lot of toys, and I love them. My studio, look, it even came with a bowl of cereal. So I actually have 2 bowls of Rice Krispies today. Only one that I can actually eat. And now they are sitting here right next to my Stretch Armstrong and my collection of Matchbox cars, which I will show you only one of. There you go. So great wedding anniversary day for me. Dinner was great last night. Thank you, Poorhouse, the restaurant here in Naperville, Illinois. Shameless plug going out there. And I'm just so happy. Good morning. You guys are looking really great today. You really are. Come on in. What's on your mind? It's rainy here in Chicago today. I went out to the health club this morning, and it was pouring. It really was. But our guest is in New York City, and sun is just shining like it's nobody's business there. Lucky ducks. That's right. So who's here from New York City? Right. Get a rope. Remember that commercial? I do. Kevin Higgins. Now, you kind of know him, but you don't, because he's a producer. And remember Aunt Nae Nae, the Aunt Nae Nae Show? Yeah. Took me 2 days to get that song out of my head. I'm not kidding. It was like when you're at Disneyland. Ever been in line by It's a Small World? It's a world of dreams. Took me 2 weeks to get that song out of my head when I was at Disneyland. But anyway, the Aunt Nae Nae Show. Yeah, he's one of the producers there, and he does a lot of work all over the place, but specifically focusing on, I believe, production. So he says, Kevin, that he's a former actor turned freelance producer. He's a casting director. Ooh. Uh-oh. Get ready, y'all. Get your audition reels ready. And he's a publicist. But he says as a producer, he mainly focuses on podcasting and Roku Channel, YouTube shows. But he's looking to expand, you guessed it, to film. We might be up in here with the next Ron Howard. Listen, I'm going to get him in here. Now, what do we do? First timer. Put your hearts on the screen. He's on his way down the hall right now. Welcome him. Virtually, put some hearts on the screen. Kevin Higgins, get in here. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I lied to myself. Professor Higgins, doggone it. I got to start with from the top. Professor Higgins, I presume. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You don't even know who that is, do you?
No, I know of My Fair Lady. I don't think I've ever actually seen it, but
I know I haven't either.
Yeah, I'm aware of the reference.
The reference, okay. How old are you?
I'm 32.
You look like you just entered college.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So you're in New York, and we mentioned that you were
a part of the Aunt Nae Nae crew, Aunt Nae Nae Show, and you do a whole bunch of other things. So you say I prefaced your bio because I like to give the guest about 60 seconds to just create your own vibe with the audience. I'm going to dip out, fill in between the lines, if you will, pour from your heart. Tell them why you're here today, and I'll come back in. We'll get started.
All right. Well, my name is Keven Higgins. When I was very, very young, I was obsessed with movies and TV and pop culture in general. And I even wanted to be a child star, or a child actor, but my parents said no. But I always envisioned myself being in movies and TV shows that had people that I recognized on TV. I was the weird kid that was always on IMDb looking up who voiced this character on this cartoon I was watching, or who played this character in this sitcom I was watching. So I was a very pop culture obsessed kid. And at the time I thought that I wanted to be an actor, but as I got older, as I got into my teen years, I did high school. I did I was in the drama club in middle and high school. But there was this sort of push, get a real job.
From who?
Friends, family.
I was all into that in high school. Every musical, the fall play, the spring musical. I was in all that. Matter of fact, I was just texting my friend Dawn. She always got all the female leads. They always gave me the villain roles. In every show, if there was a mean person, I don't know what that was all about. But anyway, at least I was in there. A lot of people didn't get in. So were you like a leading guy? What kind of actor were you in high school? What kind of roles did you like?
It's weird. There were at least a couple of times I was cast as the dad.
You didn't like that?
No, I mean I liked it fine. And mainly background bit parts. We did It's a Wonderful Life one year, and I played Sam Wainwright, the friend who
the friend
the friend who's like, hey, George Bailey, we have this big opportunity, are you interested? And Mary's tells George no, it'll take you away from this town, your family, that guy. And what was it, Guys and Dolls?
You did Guys and Dolls?
Yeah, in high school. I played I think it was the owner of the guy who was the owner of the guy who they in the place they were doing craps in, trying to hide from the law.
Yes. Hi,
I forget that character's name.
Yes, saying hi to everybody at Taco Tuesday. Maybe I will make tacos tonight. Well, let me ask you something, Keven. So where were you doing these high school plays at? Where did you grow up? Where were you going to high school at the time?
I was going to high school at Schreiber High School in Port Washington, New York.
Okay, so you're from the state of New York, but just not New York City.
Yes, though I did live in New York City for a few years.
What was that like?
I actually moved in for a year after college with my dad. Then I actually got my own place in Manhattan for another year back in 2020 during the pandemic. And I lived there for a year as well.
Fancy. Manhattan's fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and expensive.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
because of that, I moved to Brooklyn.
What? Well, I thought all of New York actually is expensive, but Manhattan
Yeah.
particularly so.
It
So
is, in fact, Manhattan was getting too expensive, so everyone was moving to Brooklyn. And now Brooklyn's starting to get too expensive.
So let me ask you though, when you were living in the city, was that when you were hitting all those auditions and really,
Yes, exactly. From like so like I I went to college. Actually, I went to a performing arts college called Purchase.
Shout out, did you say Purchase?
Purchase, yes.
Okay. All right. They're letting
Yeah.
you know. You set one foot on this property, you're going to go in your pocket. We named ourselves Purchase.
Yeah, but I actually got a psychology degree there. I mean, I did take some acting classes there as well and tried out for some plays and short films there. I think it was like around, I want to say my junior year of college.
Mm-hmm.
I rediscovered my love of acting. I think it was
How'd that happen?
Well, so my friend was looking for. Okay, it wasn't actually my junior; it was my sophomore year of Purchase.
I had a feeling I was going to correct you, but I said, it's his story. Let him tell it. So, okay, yeah, sophomore year. Go on.
Right. So, my friend was looking to do his own TV pilot. It's called Pinheads.
Pinheads.
It's like it was like an Always Sunny type show.
Oh, Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
let me just ask you, did you ever watch that show?
Yes, I've seen a fair amount of episodes.
I had to stop because it was always it was funny, but they were always, it was like never stopped. And we were like this after it.
I can see that.
Huh? Yeah.
I can see that.
Woo. I was like, oh, Lord, Jesus. Okay, so Pinheads.
All right, so he was looking for people to give him notes on the script. So I read over the script. I gave him some notes, but kind of gave me an idea like I wanted to actually be in it. Like I don't think I really stopped wanting to be an actor. It's just more that it was kind of on the back burner. Like I did some like voice acting in like friends' podcast plays around that time. But once I once I gave him some pointers, and I asked him, hey, and he actually got like the funding to make the pilot. I was actually thinking, hey, can I audition for one of the roles? And he agreed to let me do it. So I auditioned for a few of the roles.
Did you get it?
What?
Did you get did you get the role? Did you get the part?
Yes, I got the role of this character named Kenny Harrington. So I actually had to like go all the way out to Ohio.
That happened to me once.
Yeah.
And it was for a movie. But it's cheap there. That's probably why. You can get a lot of, that's why they told me. They get a lot of the stuff they need cheap, sites and locations and all that. Where in Ohio? Where in Ohio were you?
It was Akron. So
I was Cincinnati.
He actually lives there.
Okay.
So I did that, and around the same time, 2013, I was actually doing some background. I did background work for this movie starring Simon Helberg called "We'll Never Have Paris."
We'll never have Paris.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
like a
about
love
like
story.
his
Was it some kind of when Sally met Harry kind of thing?
kinda. It was
Kind
kinda
of.
like Simon Helberg from Big Bang Theory. He was doing like trying to be like do like his own Woody Allen type movie.
I can see that. I can
Yeah.
see that. I can see that.
Yeah, but so anyway, you know, being in Pinheads kinda triggered my love of acting, and like we did a season 2 that we filmed a couple of years. Well, we did a season 1 that we filmed a couple of years later, and then a season 2 we filmed a couple of years after that. But to promote Pinheads, this is sort of where my love of producing started.
That's where I wanted to get, because that's your
Yes.
jam today.
Yes.
First of all, okay, tell everybody, and let me warn you, Charles Maddox just showed up. You know he's an Emmy award-winning producer-director.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
and he's gonna hate me for saying that, but guess you want to know something else about him?
Yeah.
Bob Marley's nephew.
Oh,
I
great.
know, huh? Yeah. Look, can he see me? Okay, Charles, look, it's Oprah. We love Charles. That's my buddy. So listen, what I'm getting at is this could be some divine timing that he's here and you're here. You want to talk about your production, but I want you to explain to the audience because we know what directors are. Cut from the top. Julia Roberts, that was horrible. Start over. Okay, that kind of thing. But what does the producer do? Just give us an example. Does he run and get the coffee? Is he cleaning out the dressing rooms? For real, what's he doing?
No, the producer is pretty much the middleman. He's the one making everything happen behind the scenes. So, because here's the thing, you know, when it comes to either a podcast, a film, a TV show, you know, you kind of need that person to sort of sort of bring everything together, bring everyone together.
So when an actor or actress, but actor is male and female. So when an actor has like a temper tantrum, because you know there's some divas, some prima donnas, some drama queens and kings. Is it the producer that has to go to the trailer instead of like try to calm them down if they walk off the set? Who has that horrible job?
Yeah, that's usually the producer or maybe the assistant to the producer.
Yeah.
Or I mean, it really depends on the set and the set dynamics. And who that actor is close to. Like it could be the producer, it could be the director, it could be the actor's assistant.
So why do you like the producer's part and not over the director part?
Well, because I like I like sort of being more behind the scenes, being able to sort of connect, bring everyone together, you know, put all the pieces in place to get the project going and started. In fact, that's sort of that's because, you know, like I kind of, how do I say this, ran into the the producing part of Pinheads by accident. Like first it was giving notes for the script. I helped raise funds a little bit.
That is another part of a producer's job. Yeah, people don't realize that, and that's the really part.
Yes, honestly, that's my least favorite part of producing.
Thank you.
I helped grow the show's Facebook following to about 1,000 followers. Actually got some rather notable people to follow the show.
Oh, anyone we might know?
Yes, Olivia Hussey.
Who are you calling a hussy?
No, no,
I just
Olivia.
asked you to tell me a couple of the names.
No,
You ain't
no,
gotta
no.
get mean about it. Damn.
No. Olivia Hussey from Romeo
Olivia.
and Juliet.
Oh, see, my bad. That used to be one of my stage names, Olivia. I was okay with, but that hussy part, we was getting ready to fight.
Right.
No. I'm kidding. Go on. So where would we know her from?
The 60s Romeo and Juliet with Franco Zeffirelli. The one that Franco Zeffirelli directed.
That was her?
Yeah.
Okay, so go on. That's one.
Also the main girl in Black Christmas.
You want to go there, huh? I'm just playing. Okay, go on. That's two.
The Black Christmas from the 70s. And
listen, I'm 62. Every Christmas was a Black Christmas.
Okay.
Oh wait, I need some sound effects for you. Keep going.
And I know she played Mary in some. I know she played Mary, Jesus's mom, and something. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but I know it came out of the 70s.
I ain't gonna say nothing about her because I cross the line. I don't step on line talking about Jesus and his family, especially Jesus's mama. Can you imagine?
All right,
but talk about my mama.
Okay, and also, she was one of the adults in It, the original It from the 90s.
Stephen King's It.
Yes, Stephen.
That was one of the scariest things. Ugh. Wow. So, what was that experience like?
Actually, it was thrilling being able to, and that's another, being able to like get all these people to promote, going on Facebook, getting all these people to agree to be to like our page, to help grow our our Facebook following to 1,000 followers. So, between giving notes on the script, even though I didn't really love it, even between helping to fund it a bit, that was sort of like my first major producing job in addition to acting. And for season 2, I actually expanded. Season 1. I actually expanded because not only was I helping to grow the social media following a bit, but I helped the show get SAG registered. I actually was able to get a few celebrities on, though unfortunately because of union rules, some union rules, we had to replace them at the last minute.
Oh no.
Yeah, but some we were able to get on. We got I know this woman who had who owned the raccoon who was used to model Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wait, the woman who owned the raccoon?
Yeah,
no,
in England. In England.
Oh my God! I know someone that owns the hamster that was on Little House on the Prairie. That episode where Nellie fell in the well. I'm kidding. I made that up. I made that up. It sounded good. Okay. Now you could have at least came with Lassie or some animal that we. Okay. Let me just ask you this.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm just kidding you. But what about the production piece again? How do you move up the ladder? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, man. You should have seen how do you get your foot in the door for that? What are they looking for?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's mainly word of mouth. I'm still, I've been kind of doing this for 11 years, but really I've been doing it more professionally for 4 years because, outside of Pinheads, I wasn't really doing a lot of producing until I think I worked as a talent agent assistant. I won't say the name of the talent agency.
No need.
William
Morris.
What?
I slipped. William Morris?
No, it's a smaller talent.
That's the only one I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but
what was your job like? Was that fun?
yeah, it was doing many of the same things I was doing as a producer on Pinheads. But but it was like helping to set up casting calls. It was submitting talent to various projects. It was letting the talent know that
You didn't
when the
get it.
date and time of the shoot is. It
Okay.
was inputting data that
Yeah.
the agents needed.
Okay, let me ask you. I
Yep.
gotta ask you. Because I kind of had a job like that when I was out in Hollywood back in the day, working at Beck Brothers Studios when we did commercials and we would slate and the people would audition. But let me tell you, I got to ask you, what about when you had to deal with talent who clearly had no talent? Well, come on now. Come on. You got to know. I know I'm not trying to be mean, but it's true. There's a lot of people you're like, girl, who told you you were funny? That kind of thing. How did you have to, like, keep their ego up or boost their ego? Because, there's a lot of rejection in this business, especially if you have kids. Did you work with kids, like young people?
I did, but I will say this. With Righteous Talent, I was mostly sending off the auditions to casting directors. I wasn't actually watching them. So I wasn't real. So I rarely got a glimpse of the actor's talent. But you know what? I have also worked as a personal assistant. And I did there was this one guy who I did try to work for his company, and I wouldn't say they didn't have talent, because they did in some areas, but they did have this what I would say is Rupert Pumpkin syndrome.
Who?
From the King, Robert De Niro's character from The King of Comedy.
How many movies do you think you have watched in your lifetime? Because we get ready to spice it up. How many movies have you watched, do you think? You probably have an exact count.
Hundreds, thousands.
Is that your form of gaming? You know how some kids are in there playing games all the time. Are you watching movies all the time?
Well, I'm doing mostly freelance producing all the time, but if I do have free time, yes, I do.
When you're watching a movie, Kevin, when you're watching a movie, are you watching it as an audience member like us, or are you in producer mode picking apart? I don't know who was on this gig, but you could tell they fell asleep at the wheel on that. Can you see signs of bad producing when you watch a film?
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, it depends on the film and how. It really depends on the film, and
but you can see that kind of stuff through that. They would ruin movies for me. I want to ask you this though, since you've seen so many movies, what is your favorite movie of all time? You guys can drop yours in too. I love this question because sometimes I find movies I've never heard of. What's your favorite movie ever, Kevin, and why?
It's going to be a cliche answer, but The Godfather. It's just a great epic saga about
Godfather,
about what it means to uphold the legacy of your family, even if it crosses into a line of immorality.
Oh, not to be confused with immortality. That's a whole different movie. But wait a minute, you kind of look Italian.
Yeah, I'm Italian and Irish.
Oh, you what?
I'm Italian and Irish.
Oh, back to the mob stuff then. So, see anybody in that movie you recognize, maybe? Like an uncle or two?
No, unfortunately. I will say this. I unfortunately never met him myself.
Who?
But there's another actor from another iconic 70s movie about an Italian guy who actually used to live in Port Washington around the same time I did. Burt Young, who was Paulie and Rocky.
Oh, and Rocky the movie. Okay. Wow. Is there a sign outside of your town? Birthplace of. Do they have that there?
No. No. He was just. It was just fame. I just heard stories about people meeting him, like around.
So he doesn't
town,
live around the area.
Around town, or seeing him around town. But anyway, as I was saying, but unfortunately, I never met him myself.
So Rocky's your favorite movie. I mean, Rocky. Godfather's your favorite movie. What is your worst? What was the worst? Oh, I know what the worst movie I ever saw was because I walked out of it. What's the worst movie you ever saw? At the theater, and you left.
At the theater,
and you got up and left. It sucks so bad.
Well, here's the thing. Ever since I was like 12, I've had a no walkout stance. So
no matter what.
No matter what.
Oh, I bet I got one for you. If you'd have broke that. You broke that rule. I'm not kidding.
Like the only time I ever broke my no walkout stance, even recently, wasn't even because the movie was terrible, because it was okay. It was okay. It was fine. It's just that I had to catch a bus at a certain time, and unfortunately I couldn't stay for the exact ending. And even then I was leaving like literally right as the movie was about to wrap up. It was Focus, the Will Smith, Margot Robbie movie about where they're like a couple of con artists.
That was a recent movie, huh?
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago, almost.
Oh, that's not recent.
I mean, it's recent-ish.
You said Focus rhymes with Hocus Pocus, Lori Whitney's.
But no. Let me think.
So two movies that sucked: Hocus Pocus and Focus.
I won't even say Focus sucked. I remember it just being okay.
That's cozy sucks. That's like cozy, not meaning small as a closet when you see it in a real estate ad. So let's just keep it real. Okay, so you know my worst movie was the one I walked out on.
What?
It was, and I don't like I said about marrying Jesus and all that, but this is a religious thing. It was called The Prayer Closet.
Never even heard of it.
Consider yourself blessed, brother. Oh, I don't know what made.
Just one of those like small Christian movies.
Yeah, it was just horrible. I'm not kidding you. Anyway, so let's talk about this. How do you feel? You know, it costs a lot of money to make these bad movies. Some of them. I mean, a lot of money. Would you, and as the producer kind of guy, do you think you would be as good a producer on a project that you thought sucked? Or do you have to really believe in the work?
No, I really try to believe in the work and try to do my best as much as possible, even if I'm not always 100% sure about the project. What I try to do is always sort of give notes to help strengthen, any project I see. I will say, back to like what you were asking earlier, when you were saying like how to deal with people who have no talent. And I was actually saying, they had Rupert Hopkins syndrome. Like what I meant was like these people I worked with, like they either had like good, they had like they not that they didn't have good ideas, or that they weren't talented actors or singers, but when they did have bad ideas, like you were trying to tell them like why their ideas wouldn't work, like they wouldn't hear it. Or
you mean like those people on American Idol after they get sorry and they go out in the hallway and they're like, I don't know what's wrong with them. I know I can sing. I'm better than Whitney Houston was. I know they don't know talent when they say. You mean like that?
Yes, exactly. Or like, and I'm not saying it's not bad to be ambitious, but
Right.
like they were trying to get like they thought like, and here's another subset of creatives like, and I was like this in the past. Like I was that actor who would like try to call up like producers or agents, when I was trying to be more of an actor. When I was trying would call up like producers or casting directors for like the big movie I wanted to be in, like even though like I'm just wasn't on their radar at all.
What,
like,
you would calling them at home?
No,
You don't know me, but
their agency.
Oh, okay. And how'd that go?
Not great. They just said like they would say, yeah, like send in your headshot and resume and anything that we think you're good for, we'll call you in for an audition. That's pretty much how it went.
Talk about that part of it, the rejection part. Because oh my God, I'd be like, why don't they like me? Why?
Well, it's not that they don't like you; it's that they don't know you. You're not on the radar.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, getting on there, you have to get on their radar first to really even be considered for projects. And as I was saying, I worked with two people who just sort of like they had delusions of grandeur, where they just thought that like one person, like he thought that just because he auditioned for Warner Brothers once back in the early 90s, Warner Brothers Records once back in the early 90s, like he could sell it as some big comeback, even though no one knows who he's not famous.
Right.
But like he was trying to make
you might remember me from Warner Brothers 1974. It was me. Yeah, recognize. Give me my respect. That kind of deal.
Yeah. Like it was like he's not like people unfortunately don't care about the person who had a brief stroke with fame. Like
yes, a brief run in.
Yeah. Yeah, in show business, no matter what department you're in, you have to keep the hype going.
Wait, guess what I just thought of? Do you remember that show In Living Color?
Yes.
Okay, do you remember they had that character, the white girl, and she was like an old B actress, and her only role was she'd be in the scene and they go, "Get out of the way, bitch," and they push her. That was in every movie. That's what she did. She never spoke or anything. She just got like knocked down and pushed. Get out of the way, bitch. Right? Do you remember that?
Yes.
That way they were spoofing the kind of person that you're talking about. That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. That's the thing. Like, and another person I worked with, like, I try to get, a friend of mine who is like a freelance director who's worked on like the crew of like some big movies, like The Glass Castle. I think The Glass Castle, and he works at DreamWorks now.
Ooh.
But like
that's a nice gig.
Yeah, but like he wasn't good enough for my boss just because he wasn't a name like Tyler Perry or Kevin Hart. And he literally wanted like Tyler Perry or Kevin Hart or Oprah Winfrey to direct a movie based off his book. And it's like Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry or Oprah Winfrey or Kevin Hart or whoever, they don't know who you are.
Right.
So it's like in order to get like in order to get the attention of someone like that, you have to, of someone as big as those people.
Yeah.
Like, you pretty much have to submit your film to or TV show to film festivals.
Right, to get in there.
Have it grow a following.
Can you imagine people like Tyler Perry and Oprah, how every place they go, somebody's like, Oprah, Tyler, I got this screenplay. Would you just take a look at it? Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it's the best thing since Wayne the Exhale. You better look at it. I'm telling you, I can see it. I know can you imagine what that feels like every place you go? Ugh, that was suck.
Yeah, exactly. And again, when I was younger, I was sort of that person who valued, who tried to get in front of the big leagues without
doing the work.
Doing the work.
Yeah. Exactly. So we got 10 minutes. Do we have 45? Yeah. I want you to talk about things that are coming up, but also, how you're helping people today. Somebody out there might need you, so we don't want to miss that opportunity, Keven, before we get out of here. But are you on any projects that you can talk about currently? Anything coming up?
Yes, I'm still working on the Aunt Nae Nae Show. I'm developing several shows for an upcoming streaming service called Cinema Drip. And again, that's actually how I met, my friend who worked on the crew for stuff like The Glass Castle, so yeah, that's when it comes to my producing work. It's mainly right now Aunt Nae Nae and Cinema Drip.
Well, you just can't say Aunt Nae Nae. You got to do the whole thing, Keven.
Sorry.
You know that.
Sorry.
Aunt Nae Nae Show.
Yes, the Aunt Nae Nae Show.
I know.
I just helped cast this independent documentary about Beyonce and Jay-Z called Grand Rising.
Wait, what? Who?
It's not like a major. It's not like a major HBO show. It's more of I think a fan project.
Okay. Still, that's got to be a little fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, right now when it comes to my producing work, it is mainly cinema. It is mainly the several shows I'm developing with Cinema Drip, like the lights, the camera, the action, filmmaker spotlights.
Okay.
Binge worthy this weekend. And as well as the Aunt Nae Nae Show.
Binge worthy this weekend. Wait a minute. Is that where you show people great things to just sit and watch? You want to binge all weekend? Try this one.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, we're always looking for that.
Oh.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
We're always looking. It's not my job. It's my husband's to find when Suits was about to end, we watched it for months because there's all those seasons. Better find us something good to watch. We run out next week. That's great. How long have you been with them? How do we get there? How do we find that?
For 3 years now. I helped the CEO I helped the CEO basically booked her on a podcast. She was
What's the title of it again?
Cinema Drip. It's not out yet. But
Binge the Weekend.
All of the shows are in production right now.
What's the name of the one where you binge over the weekend?
Binge worthy this weekend.
Binge worthy this weekend. That's a great name.
Yeah. But basically what I've been doing.
Manera.
Yeah. Oh, and A Foodie's World. And basically what I've been doing for all of them is helping to find guests. Helping
that's a big piece for especially live streamers, podcasters.
Yes, for all the Cinema Drip shows, helping to build a set. finding crew members,
Yeah.
coming up with ideas to help expand the shows, helping to develop the blogs, actually with Aunt Nae Nae, that's what I've been doing as well, helping to find
The Aunt Nae Nae Show.
Aunt Nae Nae Show.
I can't help it. It's stick in your head, y'all. It will.
Yeah. Helping to find guests as well as giving her ideas for shows like we've got a Halloween episode coming up, a Thanksgiving episode, and a Christmas episode. And I was like, and I gave that idea, like, hey, maybe we should have holiday specials.
What's it called? Spooktacular?
Yes.
So yeah, I remembered. Scary. Okay, good. Ooh, don't do that again. That's exciting stuff. I want to ask you one more question about this production thing. So, are you ready to do it? You're an actor.
Mm-hmm.
You're an actor. So, here we go. And this is impromptu. What do they call that? When people, those actors that just do the stuff, just here and go. What's that called? Starts with an I.
Improv.
Improv. There you go. I was going to say impromptu. You're one of them impromptu actors? Improv actor. Okay, so here we go. And the winner is, for producer of the year, Keven Higgins for Baliga La Data and her. The Aunt Nae Nae Show. When you have nothing else. Congratulations. Okay, I want your acceptance speech, please.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this award. It's really exciting getting here. From ever since I was a kid, I always had ideas bubbling in my head. And even if, at the time I thought I wanted to be an actor, these last 30 years, I've really realized that the ideas bubbling in my head has made me realize that being behind the scenes and being a producer is more my calling. And the fact that all this hard work is paying off, and I'm now getting, this great award for it is something I'm really excited. So thank you so much again.
You see how I did that? I did the cut him off music. Hey, that's a realistic rehearsal. Because if I ever win one of those awards, trust me, they're gonna have to get a hook to get me off the stage. I've been holding on to the mic stand and everything. I'm not done. You know what I mean? So pretty exciting. I found it interesting. Professor Higgins, I presume. I had to get it in. I warned him before we were out here. I said I'm gonna do it. I found it interesting that you said over the last 30 years. So it takes a minute to get to that level, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you have to really be invested in taking this thing all the way. And I have no doubt you're going to do just that. Do just that. Do you have any words of wisdom, any tips for that middle school or junior high or high school kid, even college kid that might be sitting out there considering doing what the work you do today, producing and whatnot? What would you recommend they do in college to better help fulfill that dream?
Definitely grow your connections, but also just figure out what it is you really want to do, if you really want to be in front of the camera or behind the camera. Because I think another reason I moved over from acting to producing was because I realized, even though I do have my own podcast, VHS Era, which is like which I post twice a month.
Okay.
Guests and I look at old VHS openings and decide if they are worth sitting through. I realized I really enjoy more sitting behind being behind the scenes and doing like behind the scenes work than really, putting myself out there and being like the face of things.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to let you guys know, because we're almost out of time. Kevin's Facebook page is scrolling along the bottom right there. It's KPatrick30. And if you are more inclined, and Instagram is your jam, he's there too. There he is. Kevin Liam Higgins. Don't get it twisted, right? Kevin Liam in the house. Yes. Kevin, I'm so excited for you, man.
Thank you.
Seriously, I like you. I can't wait to work we're going to do with the Aunt Nae Nae Show. And I believe a whole bunch of other things. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, man, to be invested and do the work that you do.
Thank you.
I'm just glad to see the face of the future.
Thanks.
I feel at ease and encouraged by it. So great job. Great job. So you'll come back again sometime?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. You guys, Kevin Higgins, and I got this for you. That's right. Wait a minute. Where is it? Okay, we're gonna go down there. You guys, don't forget. I have dropped Kevin's. There you go, Kevin. That's for you. Wave at the crowd. Congratulations. Well deserved. Producer of the year, Keven Higgins, winning that Oscar. Right. Okay. Listen, get over and visit Mr. Keven on Instagram or also on Facebook. And if you have any questions, he'd be glad to answer. And he does, remember, he works with people. So get over and check him out. Kevin, thank you so much for all you do. It's been a fun show. You're a great sport about it, and I appreciate you. I really do. Charles Maddox, what do you think? What do you think of Mr. Wait, where are you? There, over there. Him. What do you think of Mr. Keven? I loved it. You guys get out of here. Have the best day ever. I will see you, God willing, if I wake up tomorrow, and I hope I do, right over there on the front porch. We're together. We'll have another opportunity to have an illuminated conversation right here on Bathrobe Moments. Now get out of here. Go and find your highest self. And remember, don't let my screen door slam on the way out of here. And remember, Dr. Lauren loves you, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. See you tomorrow. Have the best one ever. Kevin, great job, my man.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.